Yeah, I was hoping if we'd done quickly, we might even start the campaign. So I was ready for the first thing. So I've been quickly trying to throw together a temporary GM run character to go along with you if we wanted to try out a sample one.
I'd like to if everyone else is up for
Now
it.
you can't do it with 3 too. That might be better if you guys are finished before I do. I just do it with 3. Not too hard to adjust. If you guys are up for it, of course. I said this was just going to be character creation. If you've got other plans, that's fine. We can do it next session.
I got nothing else going on tonight. Just relax.
So I guess we'll have to work out how we know each other, that kind of thing, or is that part of the story?
Yeah, I can start it out without you knowing each other. I've got a plan for that.
Okay.
If you want to work anything out like that, that's fine, but it's not required. Just a reason to be in Woodman Town. That's where we're starting.
Well, I heard this is where the action is, so I guess my character's long-term goal is to get enough renown so that people will follow me when I try to start a Gondorian colony in Eriador.
And my character would probably want to tag along with that. She can offer healing skills. She knows of the area.
I can offer stabbing.
I mean, looking in the Lord of the Rings wiki, looks like there is some like stuff that happened in Mirkwood in the Second Age, so it's not unheard of that my character would be there looking for like relics from the Second Age. Definitely see.
Also, Legolas and Gimli should be here, so we can meet them.
Yes, my character is secretly a fan. Plus, if I'm Bree folk and I'm only like I'm a human, which means I probably heard about the tale of the Hobbit, so I know Mirkwood's got some cool stuff.
And Aragorn's like 15, so we should skip him.
I thought he was a Dunduin or whatever. One of those guys who, he's probably 100 and some years old.
He's at the time of the Lord of the Rings, he is, but this is like 5 years after the Hobbit.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was 50 years for 60 years later.
Where do you find out how much you have to roll for money?
It's in your class based off of your...
No, it's in your...
I see it.
It's in your race background.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It's, gotcha. 5d6 silver pennies. Hell yeah.
Wow. You guys are rich.
20 silver pennies. Got a cloak. Traveling gear. Bedroll, backpack. Okay.
Alright, well, I think I'm done, so whenever you guys are ready.
I am as well.
I'm just putting in equipment, so for all intents and purposes, I'm done. I'm ready to go.
Okay, you want to just do it with 3 people then? I'm not quite finished with this thrown together character. I'm not sure it'd be better that way anyway.
I'm down to keep going with 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the healer, we got the tank, I can stab.
Yeah, we got the what do you call that? The proficiency monkey?
Yeah.
Skill monkey, that's it.
He's got to get me to level 2, and then I will have like between I have a -1 on the skills I'm bad at, but everything else is like between a 1 and a 4.
Nice.
Lots of 3s, lots of 2s.
I have anything that has to do with wisdom or intelligence. Or dexterity. Wisdom.
Ooh, look at the map. Nifty.
Let me see where. That's not me. That's my dog.
Get the blind starting spot, but make sure you can move it. You got a token for yourself there, Colin?
I don't have one yet. I was just gonna look for like a default human.
Yeah, I'm a dexterity, intelligence, wisdom person. A little bit of charisma.
Yeah, I'm strength and constitution, obviously.
Nice. And I'm no strength. Yeah, I just became an adult. My parents wanted me to take over the family business and marry. But I was secretly training under the healer of the village. And through reading those books, I decided to go adventuring.
I think my character's like 22.
I think mine's like maybe 18. Young boy.
Am I the oldest person here?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I just turned adult, so I'm 16. They wanted to marry me off. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I haven't even seen the world yet.
There's people to stab.
Or at least to patch up. There's wounds to heal. If you don't mind, I'm going to grab some wine and I'll be right back.
Go right ahead.
This is going to be difficult to introduce ourselves to the fancy people. My name is Lady Tolthriel. My associates are Bill and the Hound. Actually, Bill and the Hound sounds like a good band name.
I'd be in that band. I'd be the Bill in that band.
Lady Tolthriel doesn't really fit in, though.
I am back.
And I'm
Yeah.
spending all this time correcting the British spelling of everything.
I didn't bother correcting it. I was just like, whatever.
That'll teach me to copy things from the PDF.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah, I actually have a name, but I don't give it to people that I don't know. So, according to my background.
That's the town where you're starting, Woodman Town.
Nice.
So who's in charge here again?
The Woodman.
The Woodman.
Just the Woodman, singular?
Men.
Oh no, it's Woodman Town, not Woodmen Town. Is like Treebeard here?
I guess technically that I'm a wood woman. I am not a woodman.
Yeah, there's actually a section in the PDF that goes into this. That by man, we do not specifically mean males.
Yes.
Oh, did anyone here play Pillars of Eternity?
I haven't, but I've never been able to get into it too far.
Beat the bonus boss last night.
Nice.
An archmage and 2 dragons.
Nice.
And then in the credits, there's a sequence dedicated to all the D&D characters who died during development.
Aww.
Oh, so woodmen, they don't give outsiders their real name. They give them their nickname, which is why I would introduce myself as the Hound.
I feel like my character would be very particular about being addressed as Lady Tolthriel, because it's really just a courtesy title.
Nice.
Nice. So do we just all start out in Woodman Town existing, or is there like a setup?
Well, right now we're in an infinite white void.
I'm assuming this is where I come from.
Okay, so I guess the Hound is going to be showing us around the town, so this is where you're from, right?
Yep, that makes sense.
So, did we meet you before we came to the town, or did we show up in the town and then ran into you?
Well, I've got a hook. If you haven't met before, I'm about to get into that. You don't need to have met in advance.
Okay.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Anyway, you're all in town for whatever reason you're in town. And you all hear the news going around. It's spreading to small town and everyone's talking about it. That Ingomar Axebreaker, the head of the Council of Elders at Woodland Hall, which is another woodsman town to the north, is visiting. And he's been calling for anyone able-bodied, adventurous types to meet with him. He's got a mission he's trying to gather people for. That anyone who wants to should try to meet up. He's seeking adventurous types.
Ingle.
I count. I'm adventurous.
What was
That
his
was when
name?
we told you to ignore this and go wandering around random alleyways, right?
Yes. What was his name? Ingle something?
I'm going to put it in chat.
Oh. I had that all wrong. Nice. That definitely sounds like something my character would want to
Anyone interested, head to the Great
check out.
Hall.
I will sneak over there with my dog.
Yeah. I'll just go there, like, not trying to hide or anything.
I don't want my family to see me leaving town.
So, assuming you all show up and arrive, there's a few other people who've shown, but it's not a big town. It doesn't seem there's too many adventurous types who are that interested. There's only you and a couple others who are at least considering it. And he's this older man, late middle ages, not super old, but definitely getting on in years, but still looks fairly hale and strong. And says, you're probably all wondering why I've called you here. Well, I've been estranged from my wife for a number of years, but to the point that she left with some of my family and a number of people. She got up and formed her own settlement to the west of here, just outside of the East Anduin Vale, just outside of the Western Eves. I've got a small group there, but lately I haven't heard any news from her or the town. And we've heard rumors that there's goblin activity in the area. I'd like some folk to go and make sure the town is fine. I came down this way since it's closer, hoping there was some news, but no one here has heard of anything from them recently either. I'd just like some adventurous types to go and at least make sure they're okay and bring word back of what's happening.
I volunteer.
Any folk brave enough here to help a man in need?
I'd be willing to help.
Any excuse to travel the wilds is good for me.
Yeah. You look around, the other couple of folks are around, look very skeptical, and they heard the word goblins and sneak out kind of quietly, not drawing attention to themselves until you're the only three left. Like, well, thank you. I was hoping there would be more people, but if all, I won't lie to you, this may be dangerous if there really is goblin activity, but I will be very grateful if you can, whatever news you can bring. So he'll give you any details you want on where the settlement is located, advice on how to get there. The place is called Rowanhold.
Does anyone have good survival?
I do.
Sounds like survival is really important.
Mine's a +2, so not great, but not bad.
Yeah, mine's +5.
Guess you're in charge of getting us wherever we need to go.
Yep, I can definitely. It calls out some roles for people.
Yeah, there's guide, scout, hunter, and lookout are what you need.
Yep. So I could guide, I could hunt, and I can look out.
What can the dog do?
The dog can help me look out. If I have the dog with me, I get advantage on my perception, and I'm also considered to be proficient in perception, which I'm not normally.
I'm also good at perception. Not much else on the road besides that, though. Investigation.
Yeah, other things I know that are helpful are stealth and, yes, investigation.
Yeah, you normally can't, but with only 3 people, someone's going to have to double up on rolls too.
So you said which ones could you do?
I'm good at
The Hound.
my
Is it Hound or
skills.
the Hound?
The Hound.
Okay. I can do perception, but I would be useless at pretty much anything. Oh, let me look up the rolls.
I can hunt and I can guide. I'm not that great of a scout, although I'm not terrible either.
I'm more of a people person.
I'm good at investigation, not very good at stealth. So I could be the lookout and maybe the scout.
Okay. Yeah, I could. Like I say, I could do lookout or hunting, I guess. Not lookout. I'm sorry, guide or hunting.
So I can do lookout. We got a guide. What are you gonna do, Lady
I
Lady
mean,
Tolkriel?
my skills are mostly for being in cities and talking to people, so whatever's least important.
They're all important, I think. Well,
I'd rely on wisdom and survival, scouts, stealth and investigation, hunters, survival, and lookout, perception.
I am not good at any of those things.
Everyone's supposed to have a task anyway, so
Yep.
regardless, you have to do something.
so I'll look out. What's your do you have like a positive in any of those at least, Lady Tolkriel?
I guess my best is investigation, so scout.
Yeah. And then you can guide and hunt.
Yes. Yeah, I have a +5 for survival.
Well, the good news is the trip is a easy terrain, and there are paths along the way to where you're going. It's reasonably well traveled, so that'll help with the peril of the journey.
Nice.
So we need a guide to. Let's see what D it is. It's a make a embarkation roll with a D12 plus your proficiency plus half your wisdom bonus.
Okay.
I'm not ready to go quite yet. I need to stop at a blacksmith and change out some equipment.
Okay. You can role play that if you want, or you can just say you're doing it.
I don't see any good reason to roleplay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to get rid of my great bow and buy some spears, I guess.
And I'm just going to roll the D12 to see what happens. And then I add 5, 6 to this roll. Yeah, 3, half of 3 is 1. So 6. Whoa! Yes! That's a way to start an adventure.
And what did you say you were adding to that?
6.
Yep. So even with the peril penalty, you've got the 12 plus.
Yes. I'm scrolling down to it now.
Auspicious beginnings. The company sets out upon a path will likely show them wonders long since forgotten and the dangers of blah, blah, blah. The auspices are good, and should the company be true, they will surely prevail. You get to add 2 to the rolls of the journey event on the journey events table. Additionally, rolls made to determine the initial outcome of these encounters should be made with advantage. You're doing a really good job guiding. This is your home territory, so it should be expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. I'm glad I didn't fumble.
You do a great job. You you know this area, and you're like showing them. Okay, this is the path you need to travel. You hardly need any help from Ingelmer. So you're ready. You know the way. You're leading the path. You get off to a great start. You're moving smoothly. Everything's going well. And now it's time for the journey event roll. What happens while you're traveling? I get to do that one.
Uh-oh.
I decided to take hand notes this time around to try to help with memory of people's names and places and what we're doing.
Ooh, I should take notes on something other than my computer.
I'm also
You're on my
recording.
smartphone.
I'm also
that's good.
recording, and I'll post. I will actually post these recordings instead of sitting on them. So what are we all wearing and stuff? Just so I have something in my head about what who we are.
I'm wearing ring mail.
Nice, heavy armor.
I'm just a broad, kind of stocky, shortish 18-year-old boy, dark hair, dark eyes, wearing a leather corselet, wielding a long sword. I've got some nice boots, and I've got a nice cloak.
Nice. I've got leather jerkins, and I made that character to, according to what I read, they look Scandinavian, and I was like, that's sort of Scandinavian. So platinum blonde, blue eyes, about 5'8". Leather jerkins, and a short bow and a dagger at the side.
Nice. I also have a great bow, or no, I've got a short bow as well, but I'm also not very good at it, so I'm very clumsy.
Okay, I'm very dexterous, so I can catch you along the way. Whoops.
Thank you. And the entire time, I'm just talking about the history of this place and the Mirkwood, and like I heard from someone who talked to Bilbo that Thorin found something interesting over there.
Nice.
Well, not directly over here, but in Mirkwood. Very excited to be here. This is my first adventure out of Woodman Town.
I'm also very eager to be on the road. I do look back occasionally, a little nervously. It's my first time away from home.
Okay, try not to be too loud. There are theoretically goblins around. Don't come back there.
And I'll point out flowers. This is good for eating. This is not.
There's rules for picking herbs, right?
Yeah, I actually am trained in nature. Yeah, it's one of the events thing. We can decide to go hunting for herbs.
Now, after you've been traveling for a while, you're going along the path. You walk past an old man with a walking stick, some very old tatterish robe sitting there on the stump. He nods you in greeting as you go past.
What's the name of the village we're going to check out?
Rohenhold.
Hail, traveler. Have you heard any news from Rowanhold?
From Rowanhold, no. I don't think I've heard anything recently. I'm usually sticking to the forest.
Do I recognize this person? Just from being in the area? No.
Yeah, you can make a insight check if you want.
No. Both of us.
You get advantage though because of that thing.
But so 5.
How about that?
There you go.
Lady Tolthrelm. I should look at it. I got to check if it. There's a specific rule as to who is supposed to be doing it. Yeah, the lookout makes the check.
Hey, that's me.
So that would be Bill.
So, what do I learn anything?
Yeah, I'm checking. I've got so many rules on this. If you don't, you don't know who they are. It was supposed to be. I don't know if it matters, but I guess the first one was supposed to be a perception check, and then if that succeeds, you can make an insight check.
Do you want me to make the perception check anyways?
Do that first, and we'll say that was your first roll, and the insight can be your insight.
14.
And then you do the insight. So you actually do. You see something that looks familiar with your initial perception. So you look a little harder, and you realize that this is actually Radagast the Brown.
Ooh.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Holy shit.
Found a wizard already.
Yeah, I got the highest possible roll for the table with that +2 bonus, which is meeting a person of great importance. And since you got off to a good beginning, it's automatically a good one rather than a bad one.
4 more to go.
Let's not meet
if
all
this
of
is
them.
Brown and it's my character, I immediately start I just go, are you Radicast?
Yes, I do go by that name.
Oh, wow. Oh, geez. What is there danger in these woods? Are you here about the goblins?
There's always danger in these woods. More dangerous matters than goblins have been of late. I've been looking into. I wish I could be more of help with your goblin problem, but there are serious matters I've been investigating.
I think my character is secretly disappointed that we met Radagast and not Saruman. She wanted a cooler wizard.
My character is very happy to meet Radagast. Radagast actually helps woodsmen, I believe.
Yep, he has a settlement in the a fair bit south of Woodsman Town in the same general area.
Nice.
Roscabal, I think it is.
Yeah, right above Dulgador, I think, right? Is that what it's called?
Dol Guldur?
Yeah, Dulgador.
It's like on the just inside the western eaves on the border to the east Anduin Vale, but a fair bit south of where you are.
Would you like to share a meal?
I'm always happy to share a meal. You look like a woodman.
That I am.
Yes, I've always been fond of your people. Happy to share a meal.
Nice. I'll try to make some stew or whatever that actually is good.
As opposed to the stuff you've been feeding us
Yeah,
the rest of the journey?
as opposed to the dog chow I've been feeding us.
I am used to a much higher quality of food for my servants.
Nice. What would cooking be? Is that survival?
Cooking? Not entirely sure.
Well, since it's a game, I'm going to say survival just for fun. Whoa! That's the best rabbit I've ever cooked.
Yeah, cooking can be a specialty. It's one of the specialties you can get.
Oh, is it? Nice. Well, I'm no cook, but it's good for a meal from a woodsman. Does Radagast eat meat? I don't know.
Yeah, this is exactly the scenario I was least hoping would come up with. I'm like, I should probably prepare more for if one of these great people comes up and knows it. I'm like, nah, that's unlikely.
Well, if Radagast doesn't eat meat, it would have been a vegetable something. If I had known that.
Genuine
Quickly read
imitation rabbit.
in the Romanian region guide.
So after this, it's back to the dog chow, huh?
Back to berries and nuts. Well, it's spring, so no berries. And no nuts. Oh, there's a character.
There we go.
A couple of you, though, look to be from further off. Do you bring any news from your lands or tidings of the world?
Well, if we could go back, I could in time and say I rolled my have an ability.
Oh, I do as well.
So if I can roll my investigation, I can tell him everything I've learned from that. And I don't think I would have a reason to not tell a wizard everything he asked.
Yep, go ahead. Although this won't have the advantage, that's for the initial roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you give him all sorts of interesting information. He's very impressed by how much you know, and seems quite pleased. Yes, you're an interesting fellow there. Did you actually introduce yourself? I forget.
Yeah, I would introduce myself. I'm Bill Sedger.
You're a very interesting fellow, Bill Sedger. I have to keep an eye on you if you stay in these parts.
Well, I'm sure I'll still be around here as long as there's some relics to find.
And what were you doing, Adam?
News from afar. The lore master should inform you of one or two events of importance occurring somewhere in the wildlands. But we can do that later. If
Okay,
that sounds like it's going to take you. You would need to plan for that.
Yeah, I'll get you some news sooner or later. But yeah.
Well, I don't really keep up with the news much, but I inform Radagast of Steward Turgon's latest proclamations.
Okay.
Turgon is Denethor's grandfather, by the way.
Nice.
Had to look up the timeline to make sure I got the name right.
Okay, so you there is actually a section for this. I remember that some of the events happening. So you've heard news of someone in the Western Eves that's been preying on the unwary. That some animals have been killed and eaten, and even there's even been a murder. There seems to be a series of them, but no one knows what's causing it yet.
Okay, cool. I will share that with them.
And you've also heard that Saywin the Generous is hoping to ally his followers with those living in the East Bite, who are distant kin to the woodsman. But he's planning to bring up that proposal at the next folk moot.
I will also share that. Sorry, writing down as you're speaking.
Yep. Well, you've all been very helpful. I'll keep an. I'll have to remember the lot of you. I hope you do good things in your own mission.
Thank you, and good luck with yours.
I don't know much about goblins. They do appear from time to time, but I don't know anything recent. But I do have a bit of news that might interest you. I've heard from my friends that there's actually a small group of dwarves in the area traveling through somewhere nearby. Maybe you'd run into them.
Are they on a trade mission?
I believe they're. My friends didn't know all that much, but about what they're doing. They seem to be headed toward Woodsman Town.
Your friends wouldn't happen to have 4 legs and fur, would they?
Yes, many of them do. Others have wings and 2 legs.
Well, did we see any dwarves in the town before we left?
There was one dwarf there that you know of. Who's been staying there for about a year.
Okay, so this party has not gotten to the town yet. That's kind of odd.
Mayhaps we'll catch them on the way back.
Or the way forward, you're still in the middle of your journey.
True.
We're going to need
Still on
to think of a name for the party at some point.
I mean, right now we're just some people going to.
Right now we're Lady Tolthriel, Bill, and the Hound, which needs work.
and don't forget my dog.
Well, it was pleasant meeting you all, but I'm on my way back home, and I'd really like to get a little more traveling in today. So I'm going in the other direction. I will bid you farewell.
Farewell. Safe
Farewell.
travels.
Farewell.
It seemed like there was a lot of eating in Tolkien, so that's why I was thinking, let's have a meal.
Yeah. But we don't have any like lemon spread, or we just got like whatever you have.
I don't know. My favorite part of this is how there are rules for smoking your pipe.
Yes, I know. It's great. I actually have one.
Wait until I get my epic pipe, the Brief Oak pipe. As soon as I hit level 4, give me that pipe.
Nice.
Can you find a +1 pipe somewhere?
I mean, that's what it is.
Nice.
It's the
Full out of leaf.
It's the look at the Brief Oak cultural heirloom. It's the pipe of the prancing pony. You have advantage on all riddle checks made while you're smoking. And you can use charisma with riddles and traditions.
Actually, come to think of it, I guess my character wants to conquer Bree eventually.
So
I mean,
you continue on for a couple more days. The traveling has gone smoothly. Your guide knows where you're going. Things have been going well, and the end of the third day, it's getting later. Sun's starting to set behind the large trees that run close to the path on either side. You catch sight of ancient carved stones among the trunks and roots. As you walk, sporadically appearing falling stones are seen more frequently. You begin to realize that you're in the ruins of some ancient settlement.
Okay,
Ooh.
so checking this out, would that be investigation or lore?
And does a specific character have to do it, a role, or is it?
At this point, if you want to roll, you can roll. It's not anything yet that you have to do.
I mean, I'm definitely going to investigate this. This is what my character's all about. No advantage, right?
Yeah, no advantage, but looks like
No.
Well, I'll give it a try.
I'm just so flustered by meeting Radagast. Like, that was just...
so. You actually find the carved head of some ancient Manish king. There's definitely a Manish civilization, but whatever civilization it was or who it represented is not something you know. It's very old.
Guess we should ask the elves about it if we find any. Guess they probably know.
Does anyone have a
Yeah.
map I could mark this down on? I should get a map.
So as you're investigating this, the sun finally dips completely out of sight and twilight begins to fall. At the same time, some clouds move overhead and it begins to light rain that looks like it might be picking up soon. As you assume you're starting to look for some place for cover or camp, but
Yep.
as you do, the air is split with a series of shrill shrieks. A rasping horn blast sounds tunelessly nearby. You hear a shout of Baruch Kazad, Kazad I Manu. It echoes through the trees.
We found the dwarves.
Was that a chant in Dwarvish? I have
Yeah, that's a dwarven battle cry.
Okay, I have tongues of many people, so I can pick up.
I think Kazad is dwarvish for dwarf.
Well, we should probably go check that out, right? Or wait, it's so right now it's like raining. We're in a ruins, and we just hear some dwarves shout a battle cry.
Yep.
Do we know the direction? And I assume it's going to be close.
You can tell generally where it's coming from, and it's not too far off.
Well, let's go have a look.
At least share their camp. Trade.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
So you see up ahead, there are some dwarves locked in battle with a group of goblins.
Are we entering from like the south there? Are we where we are? Or?
You see it up to the north. Yep, you are where you are. You've been entering from the south and up to the north. You see, out of sight of the map, some dwarves fighting with goblins up ahead.
Okay, I guess I yell for Gondor and charge at them.
I will not charge behind as enthusiastically, but I guess I'm going to keep going with her.
As you're running ahead out of the forest from the side, some additional goblins catch you by surprise, jumping out to attack. And you guys are surprised with
I
this
guess
amount of combat. It's time for
I guess our formation is messed up. So, presumably I would have been in front.
So you can put
Yeah.
yourself the way you would have been going. I just dropped you there, so you can at least arrange that, how you would have been going.
Yeah, I would have been, because I'm hopeless at short range, at long range, and I have a shield. I'd be in the front too, but not eagerly.
I'm a bow person, and my dog doesn't actually fight unless I use my action to make it fight. So, at least until I gain some time with it.
So you can all roll initiative now.
I am taken by surprise.
So that's your name.
Big time. Huh?
The initiative order spoiled the hound's name.
Oh, yeah, that's the
And
hound.
the hound's name.
Yes.
I remember having this problem last time too. How do you get your first item into your quick bar.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the dog. That I should not have had
I
the
don't.
dog on there.
I've never really used the quick bar. I always just struggled.
I use it like crazy, but there's nothing on there right now, so I can't drag it next to anything. Where did it go?
Is it under settings?
Could you remove Avia's from that, because it only goes, she only goes on my turn.
Yep.
And throw me on there with a 9. Or do I need to
So put yourself
put
on. I'll
myself up?
adjust it. I'm sure there's a way to. It's been a while since I've done this.
Yeah. It still gives away my name. But that's
We'll just
okay.
have to keep player
We'll be-
knowledge separate.
We'll be friends later. Probably by the end of the journey.
Anyway, they just charge in.
Goblin tactics.
Yeah. And Lady Tultrell will get attacked first, probably too, depending on what happens. They take out their swords and they're swinging them for now. A 9.
That's a miss.
Second one attacks. 19
That's it.
for 3 damage slashing.
Ow.
And Bill gets an attack too.
Uh-oh.
7.
Miss. Thank God.
And this is, you're all surprised, so I guess it just goes right back around.
Yeah.
And we'll do that again. Starting with Lady Tultrell. 20.
Damn it.
2 damage. At least to roll a natural 1 for the damage. And a crit.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
8. Oh.
Oh, no.
So much for tanking.
That was for
Wow, sorry.
who was that on?
Lady
All on
Tultrell.
me.
And the last one for Bill. 12.
Miss. Thank God.
Well, good luck, guys.
No, I'll get you up.
Bill's turn.
All right. Well, first things first, I'm going to. No, I can't scoot away. I'm going to tell the Hound to back away. I'll protect her. I'm a hero. And then I'm going to attack the goblin, as one does. Got an 18.
That hits.
Only 4 damage, but hey, it's better than nothing.
No, you cut through its armor and actually wound it pretty deeply. It's you can see that it's takes a strong step back, shocked at how much resistance you're putting up when they saw the first one go down so easily. Thought it was going to be easy prey.
And then I will use my bonus action to give a gift die to, I guess, the Hound.
I'm going to get the lady up.
Can I give it to someone who can only? I guess it says one creature other than yourself who is within 60 feet of you and who can hear you.
Oh.
So if I can give it to Lady Tultriel, I guess I can give it to her.
I don't think I can hear you while I'm unconscious.
No.
Yeah, I'll just give it to you. You can
Okay.
use it on a ability check, so skill checks.
Cool.
And that's it.
Okay.
And I guess a death save.
I don't bleed.
And the hound.
Okay, I'm going to move up here and do healing hands. So I believe I will give her 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier. Aha! Come on. 4 hit points.
Oh, that's 4 more than I had.
And unless I command my dog, it can't do anything. So that's it for me.
Okay, so this goblin that was wounded looks very wary now, so it disengages and backs up to try to get some cover behind the tree, readying its spear. Doesn't want to stay near you. The other two seem to agree that even though she's showing some things, she wasn't. Lady Tolthrill wasn't much of a threat, so they're moving up to Bill. It looks seems to be the one they're most concerned with right now. I don't think you get an opportunity attack when you're prone.
Probably not.
And they're going to go for Bill right now. Seven.
Miss.
Oh, another crit.
I might survive. Who knows? Roll poorly.
4 damage.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
still up.
For some reason, your hit points don't show up.
I probably just didn't set someone.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm checking the rules, and I think I might actually get an opportunity attack even while prone.
Okay.
I think you
take
get. I think it's disadvantage because you're
Okay.
prone.
All right, so opportunity attack with disadvantage then.
Nine does not hit.
I flail about ineffectually.
Whose hit points couldn't you see?
Collins. Poor Bill.
You know.
Yep. Nobody else fall down. That's the only heal I get today. On a short rest.
And it's Bill's turn.
Well, there's goblins to kill. Let's try and kill that one.
Yep.
So, second verse him is the first. Attack with my longsword. 17.
That hits.
Oh, well today.
Nice.
Oh, wrong thing. 7 damage.
Oh, encouraged by your previous attack with them, you just move in strongly, just slice its head clean off.
Nice.
Which one are you attacking?
The one next to Lady Taltriel. And I shout out, "For the prancing pony!"
I like ponies.
And now I give Lady Taltriel my other gift die. So,
What exactly can I do with that?
it's pretty much Bardic Inspiration. So, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
And what's the die?
D6.
Attack roll, not damage roll.
Right, not yet.
Okay.
The warden class I'm going is going to go there, but not yet.
Okay,
Maybe
so I stand up. Move over to this goblin and attack it with my longsword, and I guess I use that attack die. $27.
You definitely hit. Yeah, I don't get to do that. I did not mean to click that.
Okay, 13 slashing damage.
Nice.
13. Yeah, you. It was already wounded, but you. That Bill's blow, you made that look weak, and you don't even go for the head. You just slice right through the midsection, carve him up in half.
Oh look, one goblin is now 2 goblins. And then I second wind.
Nice.
Come on.
Man, we can't heal for shit.
Lady Tolfreel has the healing dice rolled against you only get 1 trait.
The last goblins.
Instead of hands of a healer, I took hands of cutting goblins in half.
The last goblin's crying out, seeing his 2 companions fall, and you see 2 of the goblins that were fighting the dwarves disengaging and heading your way.
Yikes.
Also, I don't want to suggest you guys listen to anything in particular right now, but I put on the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
I bet.
Totally works. You should do it.
Yeah.
And you gotta mark that goblin as dead.
I wonder if there's a way to get music through Discord.
I'll be sure to pipe the Gondor theme music at full volume.
Nice.
It's the hound's turn.
All right, so I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to shoot this guy here. Nice.
You hit.
6 piercing.
The arrow goes right through his chest, and you think he's going to fall, but he seems to stand up by some force of will.
Oh, you bastard. What are we doing with arrows? Are they gone once shot, or can we recover?
I'm going to let you recover if you can recover it, but...
Okay, cool. And that's my turn.
Yeah, so the goblin. Yeah, I showed them there, but we're going to say they didn't make it all the way. They're running down to this turn. They pull up to about there. And, they're behind that very large tree, so they don't even get a good line of sight at you. It looks like they want to throw their spear, but they can't see a target yet. And it's Bill's turn.
So that goblin next to me is still alive?
Sorry, that one's, yep, he's still alive. So he's actually going to disengage and try to flee. He's like 4 off the screen now, running that way.
Okay. Well, there's closer goblins, so... Is this tree... can I go around it like that?
Like what? You can go around it. You can, if you wanted to, you could. Yeah, you can go around like that.
What's the diameter of the trunk?
Just enough that you could climb it if you wanted to.
It's like 5 feet.
Look, I think there's even a description of it. Let's see what it said.
It looks like a 5-foot trunk with a 10-foot root.
I think it's about 5 feet. Yeah.
So could I throw a spear over it if I wanted to and actually hit something?
You could, but you wouldn't be able to see it, so you have disadvantage.
I mean, I think I'm taller than 5 feet.
It says it might be a little higher than 5 feet. It says that it provides total cover from ground level, so it's got to be a little higher.
Okay, so at least 6
Full
feet
movement
then.
action allows you to climb onto the fallen tree.
Well, I'm just gonna go around it and chop a goblin.
Okay.
Hey,
Nice.
I chop. He did.
Oh yeah. You chop him up quite well. He's very dead.
I shout for Ariador.
Is Eriador really a unified entity that people would be for?
No, I'm just an old. I like using names. It makes me feel smart. Bill and me, but mostly Bill. But that's it. No back bonus actions for Bill.
That's some weird behavior on this map. If I scroll down, a couple of the bottom things disappear, and if I scroll up, I can see them. I don't know if
Oh
you're seeing
yeah,
that too.
it's like certain zooms are weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No idea why it's doing that, but whatever. It's Lady Tolthriel's turn.
Okay, so I move up to the remaining goblin and I attack with my longsword. Crit.
Nice.
Oh, these D20s are weighted today.
10 damage.
We
You finish
enabled
them
the cheats option.
That's 2 dead goblins and 0 dead Lady Tolthriels.
And it's the Hound's turn. There's that fleeing goblin, couple
Can I-
squares.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can still see it. It's straight ahead of you, running.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to.
25, I think he is 25 feet away.
Oh, crap. Is it evil to shoot it in the back while it's running?
Not a goblin, I don't think.
Okay, cool. Because my other thought is I don't want that sneaking up on me in the night. Oh, and as I was thinking about it, caused me to miss.
Yep. The string slips out of your hand as you're still pulling it out back, and the arrow just falls to the ground a couple feet in front of you.
I do a shush motion to the dog. Shh. They didn't see it.
Yeah, that goblin's now running full speed, doesn't need to disengage, and he ran further away, so he's another 12 squares.
Yeah. And you said it's dark, right? It's nighttime.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard now, too.
Yeah.
But the goblins there are dead, and you see as you're looking that the dwarves seem to have finished off the remaining goblins up where they were fighting, are now heading your way. I'll move them out of the GM layer. Well met, they call out. Certainly appreciate the help. I don't know if, how things would have gone if you hadn't drawn some of them away from us.
Well, we're a little worse for the wear, but better off than the goblins. I am Lady Tolthriel of Gondor. These are my companions, Bill and the Hound.
Hello.
See the oldest one, a 4-foot dwarf with snowy hairs and an eye patch, answers your greeting. My name is Snorri, he says. It's my companion, Bori, he says, pointing to the youngish-looking red-haired dwarf. And this is Har. That's for the black-haired one, is the tallest of the three, standing 4.5 feet tall.
You're fortunate that we were on the lookout for you. Radagast told us you were around these woods somewhere.
Radagast? I don't recall running into Radagast.
Well, you might have run into one of his friends. He has many of them, I've told.
I suppose a
All
wizard
shapes
would.
and sizes.
Now, rather than stand out here in the rain talking, why don't come with us? We've got a safe camp. We've got a camp set up nearby that'll give us some shelter from the rain.
I'm firmly in favor of being under a roof.
I'm in favor of arrest.
Sounds good to me. I think I'm a little wary of dwarves. I'm trying to find that chart.
Oh yeah, I was in the audiences, I think. Yeah, starting attitudes table.
Yeah, there it is. Dwarf.
Yes, I don't have a map for this, so we're just going to
Neutral.
put it on the white screen.
Neutral towards dwarves.
God, why did they make this sideways?
Yeah, I know. Same thing with the map.
So they lead you to the lee of a pile of ancient masonry, where between that and the roots of a fallen tree, they've got some shelter that gives you basic cover from the rain. Underneath it, they've got a fire set up where a pig roasts on a spit. As soon as they get there, Bori quickly hurries over and starts spinning the spit again to keep it from blackening on that side. While Snorri works on getting the blaze back to full speed. And they're all keeping an eye out to try to make sure there are no more goblins nearby. And then begin setting about drying their cloaks by the fire and encouraging you to do the same.
Bori, Snorri, and what?
Har.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Har. Har. So while they're setting to work drying out the cloaks, the youngest one, Bori, walks up to each of you, reaching out a hand to shake. Thanking you again. Thank you very much for your help. I'd like to greet you. As I said, my name is Bori. Who are you fine folk? You have introduced. Did you point out who is who? I know you said it, so yeah.
I mean, I guess it was assumed. I guess I would have assumed that they would have noticed that Hound was standing next to Hound.
Yeah, he goes to you first if you're the one talking, and like reaches out to grab your hand. If you don't stop him, he's going to grab your hand and start shaking.
Okay, sure.
He just keeps shaking it long enough it becomes almost uncomfortable. If you don't stop him before he finally moves on to the next one and tries to repeat that, shaking everyone's hand and greeting them.
Nice to meet you.
I'll be hanging my cloak by the fire, and then nice to meet you. I'm the Hound.
The three of us are craftsmen. We're on our way to Woodsman Town to see if we could do some work there. We hear that there's already a dwarf there that's looking at the potential of rebuilding the what road was it? Had a name anyway. We want to see if there might be work for other dwarves too. If we can help them, maybe if they're friendly to dwarves, we could definitely use the work. Haven't always been they're on somewhat lean times. You think they might be people to hire us there if we had continued onward?
They're going to
Woodsman Town.
Woodsman Town. I know that woodsmen are neutral towards dwarves, but is there any reason why they wouldn't be allowing work?
No, not that you would know of.
Okay. Would I know that they're looking? I mean that they would be.
Depend on what they do is possible.
Okay.
Craftsmanship is prized in a lot of ways.
What type of crafts do you do?
Now, Snorri here is a skilled smith, he says. Har is a stonemason. I do a lot of woodworking, carving. I do make toys, whistles, whatever needs to be carved up. I'm pretty good with it.
Toys, I know they go. A lot of people that love the dwarven toys. And a smith can always find work.
Oh, that's good to hear. Our fortune hasn't been great lately, and it'd be nice to have a pleasant turn. Now, how about we turn to more pleasant things? We do have some ale here we've been saving up, and this victory seems a good place to celebrate. So,
my eyes will light up
at
at that.
Ale and open it without even waiting for your answer. Bori is passing around wooden cups to each of you, anyone who takes it.
Yep, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yep. Snorri starts pouring it out for everyone. Once they're all filled, he offers up a toast to our victory.
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 Here.
They just quickly start guzzling the ale down. And as soon as they finish, they're already refilling it. They're looking on to see anyone else is interested in more.
I'm not used to drinking, so I'm going to follow their lead.
I'm used to Gondorian wine, I suppose.
I'm also a youngin, so definitely gonna indulge as hard as I can.
Okay, so you all want some more?
Yep.
Pour you out another drink, and then another toast then to Bori for catching this delicious pig we're about to eat.
Tabori and his pig.
Drink.
I guess I'm not going quite as hard as the other two.
Have you come from the west by any chance?
We did come that way. We got a little lost in the woods for a bit, but generally, yes, we've been trying to make our way from the west.
Did you happen to pass through Rohenhold?
Rowenhold. That name sound familiar to any of you? They're all shaking their heads like they've never heard of it.
Okay.
Sorry, as I said, we did get a bit lost here. We thought these aren't exactly very well, aren't exactly paved roads here. It's a little more than trails through the woods, and it's, we're not exactly skilled at navigating them.
I'm going to, since I know the lay of the land, I'm going to try to give them a safe way to get to Woodsman's Town.
Well, they're very happy to hear, and they're listening intently, taking some notes. Yes, thank you. This should be a great help. Hopefully we won't get lost again. I think that almost deserves another toast to proper directions. Again.
Let's see. I wonder if I'm feeling it.
I'm going to stop after 2 whales.
What are we doing, like Constitution saving throw?
I have no saving throw right now, at least.
I'm just going to see if my character feels it. She doesn't notice. Or no, I guess 3 would mean she notices a lot. But she's not wise enough to know better. So she will keep going.
I'm Team Mom, aren't I?
Yeah. I'm also asking hey, do you guys know anything about these ruins we're in?
Not a thing, I'm afraid. We're not from these parts.
Oh, I'd love to know more about these. I wish I could. I start kind of like thinking about wandering off, and then I don't. But I think about it.
So where are you from originally?
Well, originally, we were from the Erebor, but of course, with everything that went on there, like many dwarves, we just had to make our way wandering around, finding work where we can.
So have you spent a lot of time in Ariador?
Yeah, we've been around there. We've had to travel further. There's a lot of competition, a lot of dwarves trying to stay nearby to ply their trades. It's easier to find work if you travel further.
Do you have any general thoughts on the situation of what's going on around there?
I haven't heard much news from there. We've been pretty far away. Do you have news from those parts?
Afraid not. I live way to the south of that.
Pity. We would have loved to hear about what's going on back home. Anyway, you got us thinking. I've got how about some songs now that I've had some ale. Har pulls out a drum, and Bori brings out a wooden whistle that he carved, and they strike up a tune.
I'm like
Har,
clapping. I'm like, yes. Yes. I'd love to hear a dwarven song. I don't think I've heard any. But I've read about them in books.
Did you want me to actually try to sing the words they put in here, or just say they were singing?
Can you share the lyrics with us?
It's up to you. I guess dwarves usually chant, right?
Yeah, I could try it. But yeah, I'll share the lyrics.
I'm glad they're singing.
If the mountain was young, the valley green, such a place they'd never seen. They came from far, they came from wide, with hammer and pick they delved inside. And Durin's folk carved open a door, the riches lie neath Erebor. Up to the riches lie neath. I don't know, I can't do it. Can't come up with a tune while I'm going.
It's okay. It sounded like the mate was a mighty sailor man.
Gilligan?
Yes, that's the one.
Yep. So after they finish their song, Snorri pulls out a pipe and says, any of you know how to play smoke rings?
I do. I'm actually proficient in pipe, so I assume I do.
Up for a game then? Anyone who wants to can participate in this. It's the game is that. Here, let me take a picture of this and share it. Screenshot. But you're going to be picking what type of smoke you want to do, and that'll be a DC roll, depending on how hard it is. You get points if you're successful. So
Did you share something?
No, I'm going to. I'm just saying that. So
Okay.
no silence while I'm doing this.
It's not a game of chance, though, right? We don't have to bet, or
just for fun.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'll just watch.
I'm a little light of purse. Looks like I'm going to like dwarves a lot.
Do you see that?
Yep.
Yes.
So we say what we're going to do and then roll.
Yep.
And what is the experience smoking
You
wisdom.
have 3 tries to score as many points as possible.
Let me put wisdom as my attribute. Okay.
Snorri's going to participate too, but the other dwarves are just going to watch and cheer him on.
So it's just which one is smoking? Snorri?
You do either. Yeah,
Or
Snorri.
Bori?
Snorri
Okay.
is the old one.
Okay. So it's just Snorri and I?
Yeah, if no one else wants to do it.
Yeah, I'm not good at wisdom or dexterity.
Okay. I will try to blow a medium-sized ring through which flies a small ring. Oh, no.
No.
Smoke goes the wrong way.
Cough, cough,
I start
cough.
coughing.
Out smoke, and he laughs at you.
I'm
Let me show
coughing.
you how it's done, he says. He goes to try the shrinker.
Oh, man.
Fortunately, a shrinker doesn't shrink all that much. It's not as pathetic as your attempt, but it's laughing a bit. Sorry, you're laughing through me. My laughing at your attempt threw me off. Is that your strategy?
Could be. Maybe. Let me try that again. I will try that again. I think maybe this this ale is doing something funny to me. There we go. That's actually what I needed.
That's exactly what you needed. You got it. That's 2 points for you. I'm not about to give up. He's going to try the shrinker again. Oh, he nails it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Right.
This time.
That's a good one. I'm
4 points
impressed.
for
You have to show me how you did that.
by 1 point. You just got one more try to go.
Okay. I'm going to try the grower.
No. I'm going to be. Wouldn't be sporting of me to make you go first here. I'll take give
Okay.
you the message. I'm going to go first. I got something even more impressive than that. He's going to try the giant's ring.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he nails it.
So he's a lot
He's
of
at 9
points ahead of me.
6. You've got to do the dragon to win.
Yep. Like, okay, well, I don't think I've ever tried this, but I've seen it done once. And I'll try the dragon. Nope.
Oh,
Maybe a salamander.
I'm not that easily beat. Anyone else want to step up and try, or am I just going to be declare myself the winner?
I'll just.
If
No,
we-
I'm good.
I don't think anyone can best you.
Yes, I'm actually. I'd like to. I'd like it if you could show me how you did that shrinker.
Sure. Says, and he gives you some tips on it.
Nice.
No, he then says, I was going to give this the prize to the winner. Since that's me, I guess I'm rewarding it to myself. He pulls out an ornately carved pipe. I've been keeping this for a special occasion. I figured a contest between friends after this great meeting was a good one, but I'm awarding myself champion of this and keeping the pipe.
I bow. You are definitely the winner. I'll run into you at Woodsman Town, and we can try again.
Yep. Would have given you a bonus to riddle checks if you smoke with it.
Ah, nice.
But anyway, the Bori then calls out, the pig's ready. Starts to pull, the dwarves pull it off the fire and set up a little table area where they start carving it up and passing out meat. You can also spend hit dice you want, if you've been resting while you've been doing this.
Woo!
Yeah, I'll spend a hit die. Let's see, how is it?
Well, that pork certainly looks better than dog chow.
Yep, and while you're enjoying it, it's such.
Oh yeah, and I can't see Bill's health anymore.
Sometimes it happens if a token's not set as the default token for a character. And you have to set it default after you set all the settings. And I don't think can edit all of them. It's weird.
There you go.
Yeah, but the pig was very well cooked and it's quite delicious, and you all recover all your hit dice.
Nice. And it's at least a short rest, right? If not a long.
Yeah.
Cool. I get
Short
my.
rest already. I just wanted to give you a chance to use hit dice before you actually got them back.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
I get my hands of the healer back.
While they're eating, they pass around more ale for anyone who wants it. Fill up. Gotta have a drink to go with this food.
I will drink.
I'll drink it.
Well,
Yep.
maybe one more won't hurt.
Oh, let me count off one of my pipe weeds.
So once you've all eaten your fill, and horror has been pretty quiet up to this point. All of a sudden, just he's just been sitting there. He's not much of a talker. He's mostly pretty quiet, just watching. Finally, speaks up. 3 lives have I, soft enough to soothe the skin, light enough to caress the sky, hard enough to break rocks. Then he just stares at you all.
Water.
Yeah, water. I can roll a riddle check, I guess.
He smiles at this. Well done.
Got any other harder riddles?
You want another? The one who makes it sells it. The one who buys it never uses it. The one that uses it never knows that he has it. What is it?
A coffin?
Yeah, I was thinking coffin too.
Yep.
Nice.
You folk are good at this.
It's expected of a woman of my stature.
Papa always said you gotta work out the brain as well as the muscles.
Glittering points at downward thrust. Sparkling spears that never rust.
Icicles?
Yes. Smile only deepens at this. To our riddle champions, he says, pouring out the last of the ale. Anyone who wants it, they finish off the keg.
I'll have some.
Riddle me this, I say.
I
as I
will as
drink it.
well.
Yeah, so then they start to get ready, and as you do, Bori comes up. To you, that was pretty impressive. Not many people can answer Hari's riddles like that. And, here, a little reward, and he just gives you a whistle that he carved.
So he gives it to me?
Yep.
Anything special about this whistle?
Nope, the pipe had something special. This is just a wooden whistle.
I give it a blow, see what it sounds like.
The hound's ears perk up. It's not a dog whistle, but it is a fairly high-pitched whistle. You hear it gives off a very nice high pitch, very nice pure sound. Obviously, good craftsmanship. The dwarves have eaten their fill, and they've had the fun. They suggest we turn in. It's getting pretty late. They start getting ready for bed, getting their cloaks pulled over them to keep them warm, and they're damping the fire.
I'll pull out my bedroll. Do we need to keep watch or take shifts?
I suppose that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, at least there's
There-
6 of us, so it shouldn't be too bad.
And there was one goblin that got away. That whistle will come in handy, I say to Lady Tolthriel. My hound can hear it, so, and you're scouting, so that would be a good way of getting our attention.
Yeah, so someone, I assume, is keeping a first watch, and then everyone else is getting starting to drift off. You hear off in the distance some howling, but you figure it's too far away to be any danger tonight.
Well, I'm going to sleep nervously.
I'll sit up for first watch.
Okay. Here on watch as everyone is going to sleep. You need to roll a fortitude check, DC 12 plus 2 for every ale you drank.
I had every one.
I think you had 4 then.
So that's a 20.
DC 20 fortitude check.
Fortitude is Constitution?
Sorry, yep.
That's not going to happen.
Do we all need to roll that?
I just don't keep in watch right now.
Nope. I think I'm puking.
You do your best to keep watch for a bit, but you start to drift off and not exactly doing a very good job. You're like drifting off, trying to stay awake. Eventually, you slip off into slumber.
I'm assuming we are we sleeping with armor on?
I'll do you. That's up to you.
Probably, I mean, I don't think it's the rules where if you sleep with armor, you take exhaustion, or because I think I could wear it because it's leather corselet. I don't know how soft that is, but I don't think I'd wear it unless
Yeah, I'm going to take
I was
mine
in
off.
war.
Well, I guess I was on watch. I'd have it on, but I will take it off before I go to sleep. But since I fell asleep on watch, I still have it on.
While you're dozed off, some humans sneak into camp, and before you even realize what's happening, they're throwing sacks over everyone's head and binding their hands tight.
Yikes.
You're all woken up, already like sacked and bound with spears pointed at you. And
Unhand me this instant, you brigands.
brigands, you're the thieves here.
What did we steal? Your ground?
The pig. You stole our pig. You shouldn't have eaten our pig. That was our pig.
Hey, we didn't know we were eating a stolen pig. We were just sharing with fellow travelers we've met on the road.
Have you considered branding your livestock?
Come with us. Galavira will decide what happens to you. And if no one's resisting, they're going to start marching you away.
Yeah. I'm not gonna resist.
No. I assume we're bound, right? You said?
Can't be found.
Yep. No resistance.
As you're marching, the other dwarves are starting to interrogate Bori a bit. Where did you find that pig, Bori? And he eventually, he's a little reluctant at first, but he doesn't take too long before he admits, okay, so I didn't catch it myself. I found it in another snare. I assume some other hunter had set a snare and found it. Well, we were hungry and almost out of food, and I know it was wrong, but how would they know? They just didn't catch anything that day. I just took it from their snare, killed the pig, and made sure he wouldn't starve.
Well, if they didn't know, they sure do now.
So they keep marching you onward, and before a few hours later, you start to feel some light as you're coming out of the forest. If you've been behaved, they'll have even taken the hoods off so you can see, as long as you're not fighting. They'll know you're at spear point and you're still bound up good, so I'll let you see where you're walking, but keep pushing you along. You're coming out of the forest into the sunlight, and not too far off from there, you see a village forming up with a small palisade around it. Looks like it's a little more than a somewhat fortified group of farms and stuff.
I asked them what village this is.
Yeah, this is Rowanhold, he says.
Awesome.
Free guide.
Do I know anything about Rowanhold?
That's where we were going.
Oh, that's easy. Lead on.
Yep, so
What was the name that guy gave?
Rowanhold was the name of the place.
The name of the
No, the
person.
name of the leader.
Oh, yeah. I'll put it in chat too, you can spell it right. Galavira or something. Gailavira. I don't know how you pronounce these.
I don't remember the name of the person that Ingemore had given us. He just said his wife, but I don't know. Or maybe he did say a name.
I don't think I told you one. He might have said it.
Okay.
He probably would have mentioned it. You might recognize it if you'd pressed him. More details. Anyway, the farmstead itself looks poorly maintained. The palisade is in need of repair in several places. Only a few of the smoke holes in the settlement seem to have fires burning in them. And the people are pushing you pretty drawn and wan. They look tired and hungry. You're quickly pushed into an empty building and left tied hand and foot on the rush-strewn floor. Now the guy gets to make the arrival roll because you got here. You get a -1 because you came here bound and captured.
Okay. And let me find the... this is in Journey Arrival Phase.
The D8 roll. It's just going to be a flat D8. You get a bonus
Flat
1
D8.
for each terrain, a -1 for the circumstances.
So it's a straight D8.
Yep.
You got this.
4. Uncertain arrival. The company's arrival is poorly timed, or it may be that they are unsure if they have arrived at the correct destination. They may arrive at a settlement late in the night after the gates have been barred and may need to work hard to convince a watchman to allow them to enter, or there may have been certain that the orc encampment that they were, well, it's not an orc encampment. The mechanics for this result will vary greatly depending on the nature of the destination.
So what do you think could happen?
Yeah.
Not bad. But it's definitely not good.
The lore master may require the company to play out an impromptu audience to simply gain access. A short but desperate fight may be played out as the company struggles to overcome enemy guards before the alarm is raised. The lore master may ask for a wisdom survival check for the guide to successfully navigate to the correct destination with a failed roll, resulting in, well, we don't have that. Okay. So we definitely have an uncertain arrival. I'm just going to post this so we can all read it. If I can copy.
Yeah, I think a fair one for this one, given the circumstances, would be that someone needs to make a persuasion check to them for the. We'll say that getting the hoods off was you had to convince them to do that. Otherwise, you'll take an extra level of exhaustion from having to march, tripping around without being able to see where you're going. So go back and say that whether or not you actually got to take those hoods off.
I've got a 2.
Is our people person good with that?
I am not.
Oh. I have a 1, so it looks like
I've got
our
a
warden.
1.
Looks like Bill.
Hey, can you let us see where we're going? Don't want to slow you down with all our tripping, you know. You just really helped.
It's got exactly what you needed. You succeeded.
Hey.
The stuck with what I said. They left off. Nothing bad happens beyond that.
So now we see the place when we arrive and we're like, oh, things aren't going so great for Ruin Home.
Yeah. Short while after you're locked in there, a young man brings some water and bread, leaving it within reach, but making sure to stay out of range. He looks wary. They're going to try to attack him.
We're still bound, though, right?
Yep. He's still very scared. After he backs away, he says, "Are you in league with Grey Muzzle Hob?"
I have no idea who you're talking about.
And almost scared, he just runs off without even waiting for the rest of you to answer. Another man standing at guard with an old spear in the doorway. They secure the door again and then leave.
I'm going to try to slip from my bonds. Sleight of hand.
Yep.
15.
You were pretty tightly bound. I'm going to say that's not enough.
Okay.
You can loosen it a bit. If you want to make another attempt later, you might have give you advantage on it.
Okay, cool. I assume they took our daggers and stuff.
Well, I guess I'm just going to settle down and wait.
I guess the Hound is still wearing her armor.
Yep. Unless they took it.
I'm really sorry we got you into this. You seem fine folks, and it's a shame. It shames us that Bori's actions here got you involved as well.
So what's the going rate for a pig?
Yes, I'm really, really sorry. We were almost out of food. We were practically starving. I know it was wrong, and I should have. And lying about it only made it worse. But I'm really, really sorry. I didn't think anything like this would happen.
And I start apologizing. I'm really sorry that I fell asleep on watch. That I don't know why that would have happened. It's never happened to me before.
Well, you never had dwarven ale before, so I say we just offer to pay for their pig. Can't be that much money.
Yeah, they leave you in there for a fair bit, but as the twilight begins to fall, a group of poor-looking men and women come. Oh, here. Right. I should have moved you to the map a while ago. Group of people come in. They take you, still bound and unarmed, to the largest longhouse in the center of the farmstead.
So I guess that's the leader we see.
Yep.
Who? Where?
Button
Oh,
put in the center of the smoke hall. Medias, or Deus. I know the word. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Deus, I think.
Deus, yep. Deus stands before the hearth, and on it, one of those words you only see in writing.
Yep, exactly.
And on it sits a tall wooden chair. Furs are laid over it, and on it sits a proud gray woman. Her clothes, while not fine looking to the eyes of an elf, bargain, or dwarf, look impressive enough to a woodman or bjorning. Fabrics are dyed a deep orange, and they're edged with inkle loom woven designs. A fur-trimmed cloak with a fine square silver brooch sits on her shoulders.
Big difference between that and our houses.
Who are you to come here and steal our pig, she says. You'll tell me your names and intentions here in our lands, and if I do not like what you have to say, then I shall keep your swords here and cast you out without them. Make me angry, and I will keep you here too. Speak. I gotta bring the dwarves here too.
I use piercing sight. So that's a DC 12 wisdom check.
Yeah, she fails.
So, what you thinking about?
She's obviously very worried that she's trying to put on a front and show strength. This is about a lot more than a pig to her. Something's got her spooked.
Okay, so I guess I whisper that information to the rest of the party.
Okay. I guess I'll step forward and I'll say, we're from
This is an official.
an official
You can do
traditions.
I guess it's an official audience, so you still got to do the traditions.
So I would have disadvantage if I tried, right?
Right.
I've got a +3. What do you got?
I've got a +2, so you can do it if you'd like.
Got to remember too the attitudes of the people.
That's true. I am one of them.
But I'm brief,
Although-
right? Doesn't everyone?
Well, actually, yeah, that doesn't
We
matter.
actually don't know Brief Folk. Woodsmen don't know Brief Folk.
It does. So.
What does matter?
It does matter. Trying to remember. It doesn't affect the DC of the roll, but it matters of this roll. But it does matter how it she'll react.
Yeah,
Okay,
unknown is the
wanna-
same as askance, so it's probably better for you still.
So I'll step forward and I'll say
Traditions check.
traditions.
Introduce people.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, you really see the woodmen. You know the woodmen really good and what they expect from people and the rules. So yeah,
Nice. Yeah, so I tell them that we're from. I'm from Woodsman Town. We came together to at the behest of Igmore Axebreaker. He hasn't heard word from you in a while, and he was worried that with goblins in the area that you might be in some sort of trouble.
Well, a noble mission that doesn't affect what you did, doesn't excuse it. You still stole our pig.
I apologize for our dwarven friends here. I believe, is there some way we can give recompense for it?
You're offering to pay for the pig?
I look to Lady Tolthriel.
I'm sure whatever we're carrying is of much greater monetary value than a single pig.
Now, this is about a lot more than a pig. You may have cost us a great trouble with this.
Did you want to use this pig for something other than eating?
Yes, that pig was part of an agreement that we had with a rather nasty warg in the area. We provided a pig once a month to leave the rest of us alone.
Is that why the Palisades are the way they are?
Well, we've been having goblin raids for a while, and then this warg is the latest trouble, so the worst of the lot. Thankfully, we were able to reach some sort of agreement, but things have not been easy.
So when is the warrior expecting its next pig?
Last night,
Oops.
So that's why it was on a snare in the woods.
Bori, apologize. Yeah, I thought it was just a trap. I didn't realize it was deliberately tied there.
So, is the warg operating alone, or are there any goblins with him?
Yeah, I believe some of the goblins in the area do follow him. Not that a warg by itself isn't threat enough.
How many is some?
I don't know. I'm afraid I can't tell you the number of the goblins in the area. We've seen small raid from them several times. It could be more. There's definitely. I don't know how many of them serve this warg, if any.
Well, we cut down some of their number last night on the way here. So maybe that helps pay for the pig that we inadvertently stole.
Well, it sounds like it doesn't matter much either way, given that this warg is probably going to be here very shortly, and going outside these walls is probably a bad idea.
Do you have anything else to say for yourselves before I pass judgment?
I request the opportunity to rectify our mistakes.
Yes, you've already said you might pay.
Sounds to me like you're going to be attacked by a warg, and you need everyone who can hold a sword, whether they stole a pig or not.
Are you offering to help us defend ourselves?
It's either defend you here or leave and probably get attacked by the warg out in the open instead of behind a wall, so the choice seems pretty clear.
Are any of the villagers outside of the wall?
No, we wouldn't have any out after dark.
Good. So there's no homes outside the wall.
None, no.
Yes, let's help. Let's help defend the village.
Sounds like a warg head on a pike might be worth more than a pig.
Sounds good to me. Found out last night I'm pretty good at kill goblins, so. Come on, good roll. Bad.
Oh,
You made it about as easy a roll as you possibly could have, and then you technically succeeded. There are different levels of it. It's not an outright failure. But anyway, Galavera looks at you and says, well, you have offered to compensate, so I expect you to compensate. You don't seem to have had any real ill will, so you can be released, but I'm going to hold on to half your goods as tithe for the pig.
What do you mean by half our goods? Our coin? Our possessions?
You can't have half my sword.
Yeah. While you're trying to go over the details and figure out exactly what she's going to take, you hear a roar from outside.
uh-oh.
Loud, baleful, roaring howl fills the air. The voice speaks from the darkness. Galavera, I am hungry now, and your scrawny pigs will not satisfy me. Send out your children, Galavera. Send out your bravest sons, so I may kill them too and drink their hot blood. Send out your suckling babies and their mewling mothers, so I may eat my fill. Send them out, or you all die.
Whatever you do, do not send anyone out there.
So it sounds like the pig wouldn't have helped anyway.
Oh, you heard the howling last night, out of character. You heard the howling last night. That was him mad about not getting his pig.
Ah, yes. Okay.
He always wants the pig.
Everybody wants the pig.
Everyone inside is starting to panic with cries. Grey Muzzle Hob. Grey Muzzle Hob is here.
Quick
Yep.
clarification. Did we actually get a long rest last night or not?
Yeah, you get credit for a long rest.
Okay, thank God.
I look around and see if there's any of the townsfolk look like they're capable of fighting.
You're not seeing much. They have some basic weapons. They'll try to put up a fight, but they're definitely not trained fighters.
Does anyone have a bow or something?
Well, at this point, Galavera is the only one who doesn't seem to be losing her head among them, and she calls out, cut them loose, return their weapons. He points to them. Can you fight? If not, learn now. If you can, then we draw swords together this day.
I
Hold
look
out
around for my bow.
Uniform herself.
Grab my sword.
Is there
grab my
time to
shield.
put armor on?
Now you can start putting it on and see.
How long does it take to put on leather armor?
I think, was it 1 minute for leather armor?
Sounds
fine.
about right.
I
Oh,
think it would be 1 for leather. I'm just trying to remember.
yeah. If you have the player's handbook, Dawn would be what
Yeah.
it says.
Light armor, Dawn and Doff is a minute. Medium armor, it's 5 minutes to take on, 1 minute to take off.
And ring mail is heavy.
Yeah, I don't think we have
Ooh.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
No armor for me, it sounds like.
Okay.
Good thing I bought that great shield.
And I unfortunately slept in my armor.
You hear the
Probably,
sound of breaking timber from outside.
Probably a little puke on it.
As you're working to get your armor on, you're pretty sure he's through the palisade at this point.
Okay, I'm going to run to the door.
Yeah, I'll just grab my shield and go. Like, puts me down to 11 AC. Oof.
Oh, negative dexterity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
clumsy boy. I'm going to try and get some good armor to survive.
Your armor's the best I could do without a shield.
Once I get Herald, I can get medium armor.
Are the dwarves warriors? I know they're craftsmen.
They fought off goblins with us last
They
night.
better be
That's
fighting
right.
now.
Yeah, I can understand. So as you're just about finished putting your armor on,
I assume not including me.
oh, it was only 1 minute, right?
10 minutes for
Oh,
heavy
10
armor.
minutes. Oh, yes, yeah, you don't.
Oh, we actually get time to put on our armor? Hell yeah.
I'm going to give it to you. I say that you heard some the palisade breaking a few minutes in, and now he's here at the door trying to break through, and you're trying to like block it off with stuff, but you're not sure how long it's hold. You managed to hold him just long enough to get your armor on, and then he bursts through, pushing those back or at the door.
So we do get 10 minutes?
I'll say yes. I'm being kind here.
Nice. I don't think I would be standing at the door if we were not going to leave. Unless we did not know that they were going to siege us in the
Okay, you
building.
can move back.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm a ranged person.
You guys, anyone who was holding the door back, it's knocked back, no damage. It just pushed away so you can get there. And some as he's bursting, a number of goblins start swarming in as well. The villagers and dwarves start doing their best to try to hold off the goblins swarming in and fight them, but the warg, as if sensing that you're more dangerous, seems to be focusing his attention on you.
Warg.
And we'll do initiative. The door burst open, the fire in the hearth and all the torches in the hall are extinguished when he enters.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Do we have
Oh, shit,
disadvantage?
he goes first.
Still smoldering embers in the hearth that give enough light that they're not disadvantaged from that. But
Cool.
yep, he goes and sees Bill right in front of him and attacks.
Uh-oh.
Poor Bill. Sorry, I keep thinking of the movie.
Yeah, I get to like him a little horse. Who knows? Maybe the horse was named after me.
Oh.
That definitely hits.
Or 9 chasing damage.
I'm at one
You got
hit
to make a
point.
DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
PC 13. Okay. Hey,
Nice.
still standing.
He's badly wounded, but managed to stay up from your strengths and force of will. And it's the hound's turn.
Okay, I'm totally changing what I was going to do. I'm going to run over here, get some herbs and some salves, and while he's dancing with this warg, I want to try to slap some salve on that wound and make him smell some burned herbs. And you'll get this plus 3.
Awesome.
Nice.
Hey, that's
Healed you up. Woohoo! I can only do that once until I
Glad you got everything.
I level.
You got a lot of that use out of it.
Yep.
And If you're not doing anything else, then it's Bill's turn.
Let me see. 1, 2. I'm going to run back.
I'm going to so that I'm not in front of him anymore. Hopefully that helps. And then I will attack and then cheer on Lady Tolthriel. Talk about her Gondorian heritage. Like she already doesn't know.
All of my character attributes are all about how much how proud I am of my Gondorian heritage and how awesome it is.
Yeah, that does not hurt. Strike a glancing blow, but its thick tide just bounces off of it. You didn't get a good, clean enough hit.
Well, hopefully my gift will help. So again, D6 on attacks, ability checks, saving throws.
The goblins are just busy fighting the dwarves and the townsfolk. So Lady Tolthriel's turn.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so I can wait to use it after I roll.
After you roll, before you know if it works.
Okay.
Before you know if you hit.
Longsword attack. Hopefully that hits.
It does.
Nice. Max damage.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, you get a good strong gash on him. He's pretty mad, but doesn't look like he's about to stop anytime soon.
And yeah, I don't think I can do anything else useful on my turn.
Grey Muzzle Hob is mad at that attack. He's going right back at you.
Ow.
Oh, I forgot something too. Since both of you, since you started on within 10 feet of him, have to make a wisdom save.
Frightened.
Yeah, you both succeeded, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. You're immune at this point. For 24 hours.
Yay.
Hopefully he doesn't live that long.
Oh,
Oh. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I'm out.
Crap.
Tell me again why I bothered with armor and a shield.
You're telling me.
and it's the Hound's turn.
I have no more healing. So I guess I will shoot. $14.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, nice. Another 5.
The arrow sinks into his hide and starts. You can see that it's bleeding from it, but it's just still just angry. Makes him more mad at this point.
Uh-oh.
Those of you who are still up can make an insight check. Hound, you notice that the warg seems kind of nervous about something. You're not quite sure what he's worried about. He doesn't seem too badly wounded yet, but he's not quite as, although he's angry, he's still somewhat wary about something.
Huh.
Bill's turn.
Would I know anything about wargs? Like, Can I roll to see what I know, or is that just not something
Yeah,
you can do?
They have lore checks. What were those?
Yep, it's in lore. Right under investigation.
Yeah, assuming the hound said something, I'll let you just do that.
Nope.
They're servant of the shadow.
You know what? I heard Servants of the Shadow.
Are you telling us that wargs are evil?
Swords. Swords hurt. Yeah, I guess the best thing to do is just to kill it.
Yeah,
Slashy slash.
It's
nice.
Yeah. Ten damage points or runes.
yeah. He's limping pretty badly now, and you can tell that the wounds are getting to him, but he's not about ready to drop yet. He's still got fighting them.
And then I'll shout at the leader. What was her name? Gallia. Scrolling up. Guy Lavira. Guy Lavira, help Lady Tolthriel.
The goblins are still off fighting right now, and Lady Tilthrill, you get to make a death save.
I use bleed.
Oh.
Grey Muzzle Hob goes for Bill again.
Come on, miss.
$19.
No.
For 15
Oh my
piercing.
god.
Wow. What's the rule on
One
it?
short of maximum. It'd have to be go negative your total health, so you're fine.
Okay, thank God.
If you hadn't been healed, you'd be dead.
Yeah. Oh, I'm dead. Or I'm unconscious.
Now do I? I guess I could stabilize, but that's not going to do much.
I mean, I have a 1 in 20 chance of dying next round.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, how lucky do you think you are versus how lucky do you think you would be to kill the thing? What's the
Right.
likelihoods?
Well, that's not going to die from one arrow.
Yeah, so you should probably just make sure Lady Tolthriel doesn't die before we.
Yep.
And hopefully the dwarves and the other people help a little bit more.
So are we just playing it as the dwarves and the townsfolk are in a stalemate against the goblins?
Yeah, for the moment, yes. I figured it'd save time from rolling all of it out. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay. It's my turn, I assume?
Oh, yep, your turn.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stabilize Lady Tolthriel. That's at a medicine check. Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DC 10.
18.
Woohoo, I'm stable.
Stabilize the shit out of her. And then
Blood stays in.
I guess I pull out my dagger. And
Shouldn't you, back up?
run? Yeah, I should. I'm just afraid it's going to eat you.
This is Lord of the Rings. What would a Lord of the Rings character do?
It would jump right here and pull out my dagger.
And turns out in Lord of the Rings, everyone just died in the first.
I mean, that's what Lord of the Rings do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
it's
that's the first draft.
It's Bill's turn to bleed.
well, now when you said it like that,
Nice.
And all of a sudden you hear, you got it in here, Bori says, "It's a fire. It doesn't like the fire." And he reaches over. He manages to get a one of the torches from that had been on the side and puts it into the embers to get it burning again. Moves up towards the floor, which does not like what it's looking at, but it's still attacking. It goes after the hound.
Yikes. This is the wizard standing in front. Oh my god.
And it misses. I assume, what's your armor class actually?
14.
Yeah, it misses.
Oh, disadvantage?
Yeah.
Nice. Scared
Could that
of
have
the
one-shotted you?
Yes.
Let's see what would have happened. 17.
17 would have one-shotted me. Yep.
Yep.
thank you, Dwarf with Fire Stick.
Yes.
I'm like, I know that's what I should do, but I don't know if my character knows that yet. Now
Was that the dwarf that stole the pig, or was it one of the
Yeah,
other ones?
that's the one that stole the pig.
All right,
Nice.
he finally came through in a clinch.
And it's the hound's turn.
Oh, man, I want to run away so bad. Belt dagger.
Yeah, you just saw
I
this
am
massive
so
bite,
scared.
almost took your head off, but just missed as it kind of flinched from the fire. And you're still shaking. You just kind of gently poke at it.
Yikes. Yes, I'm scared. I'm like on the ground scared. Tears. I'm tearing up. I guess that's it. If I move, I'll get bit.
Bill's turn.
Come on, natural 20. Better than nothing.
Seeing how things are looking pretty dicey up there, the leader goes up with her sword that she'd pulled out and tries to attack the warg too. "Over here, you big beast," she yells out. And misses completely.
She's not very good with the sword, is she?
No. She's a woman in her late 50s.
I mean, yeah.
Kind of veiled. She's probably not all that great with the sword.
I guess I should roll for how long I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d4 hours, right?
The one time it's good to roll low.
Bob seeing the leader of the village in front of him now, in the reach of his jaws, goes for her. And misses.
Oh,
being
right.
spooked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that dwarf's really saving the day.
Never did this. You've got to do one.
What's that?
The wisdom save for the fear. You never did one, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't.
One feed. See it?
Woohoo!
Oh, you seem to have gotten over your fear from the bright bite quite well.
Nice. And then dagger. 12, I assume, misses.
Misses. Yep. Bill.
On 20.
Oh, shit.
You're 2-2, right? You haven't failed yet,
Yeah.
though, have you?
No,
Yeah, so now it's tied.
now
Yeah,
he's
it's tied.
tied.
2-2.
Yeah, if he had
I would
failed, I
have
would
come
have.
2 up to tied. Please don't let me die.
I won't. If I'm still standing.
If I die, turn me into a pony.
Poor Bill.
Yep, he's still focused on that woman that he's still mad about not getting that pig, and she's the
And she's delicious. Oh, ouch.
she's actually still up, but she's takes a nasty bite, and she's bleeding pretty badly.
I hope she'd be higher level than first. Be 50.
And the hound's turn.
Okay, the medic in me.
She needs to take another swing. Sorry,
I'm sorry?
she gets to take another swing too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's really not doing hot.
Okay,
She's
so
pretty badly right now. Yep.
yep, medicine check for Bill. 13. Yes.
Ooh, stable club.
It's a good club.
Good club to be in.
And some people are gone from
Our
the
mana
initiative order.
patch, his goblin is going to try to attack too. He hits
Woohoo!
for 8 damage. Oh, this he's really badly wounded now.
Stab him.
Bill's turn.
Bill is stable.
1d4.
Yep. And Hob, he's
2 hours.
he's pretty badly wounded. He's still got goblins up, but he's not about to stand around at this point. He doesn't even. He just tries to flee. You get to make an opportunity attack.
Cool. 15.
That hits.
6
exactly
piercing.
what he needed. Turn
Nice.
his back, take your dagger and stab it in the back of his neck, piercing his side and finishing him.
That was hairy.
I gave you a little help. It was really supposed to be 4 people fighting him. There's some
Yeah.
rules for goblins to go against the players if there are more than 4, but nothing really for under. So I felt it didn't hurt.
I think it's saved us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the rest, you managed to help the dwarves and the others finish off. A couple of the villagers are pretty badly wounded, but doesn't look like they're. But if they can pull through with proper healing, everyone might survive.
Okay, I'll try to stabilize wherever I can.
And make a medicine check, just a general one to go around helping.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, you are really on top of things. You're triaging. You're properly dealing with everyone. You most critical first. You're nailing everything. You've never. It's like you're never done before. You're just perfectly handling every condition, fast, efficiently. Everyone survives this.
Better than new.
Better than bad, it's good.
Nice.
So after everyone gets up, your party and stuff are recovered enough to wake up. Everyone's dealt with and healed.
right, so
Even if some of them are injured, everyone is celebratory mood right now. There no more anger or suspicion or anything. They're all super grateful. You saved them, and we can't thank you enough. You've saved our small village. We would have been never would have survived this. But now we're not under no more having to give pigs against Garciford every month. No more fear of him attacking. I don't even know if this might be all the goblins that are in the area. Maybe we won't even have to worry about them. Regardless, this is a huge break for our village.
So we're back up with 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad we could be here to help.
Well, I think we need a proper celebration for this. Our village has gone through trouble. We could use a little celebrating. You're welcome. We don't exactly have the most stores. You're welcome to what we have while you're here. We'll hold nothing back for this celebration.
I heard the dwarves have some good ale. If you can get them to share.
We finished that. I'm sad to say.
No.
We do have some drink of our own here. We'd be happy to share with you.
I use second wind.
As long as the hound over there doesn't have any. She's cut off.
But I killed the warg.
We
I
wouldn't
didn't
even
see that.
be in this mess.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Ben?
They didn't see that.
No, they didn't. I bandaged you guys up. I triaged.
1 mug of ale, that's it.
Okay.
There's a big celebration. The dwarves teach the villagers the smoke rings game. They're celebrating. There's fun. The dwarves decide that they're actually going to stay at least for a little while in the village to help repair the damage from the warg attack, and then they'll head to Woodsman Town to find more work when they're done there. And that's basically it for this one.
So do we get a rest during this?
Yeah, you're able to rest tonight, and you'll pick your fellowship. I assume likely going back to Woodsman Town, unless you want to, because this will be a short fellowship phase, and you'll be level 2 for the next one.
Oh, we should ask the leader for a letter or something to give back to the quest guy.
Yeah, for Ingomar. You tell her that
Right.
you'd mentioned you were getting news. Did you specifically mention Ingomar?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, it says no. He wants to know what I'm up to.
He was worried.
He was worried enough to risk our lives.
Yeah.
You put it that way.
So we get a fellowship phase?
You will get one. I assume you'll want just if you head back to. I think we can. You can plan that out for next one. We can start with that probably.
Make sanctuary.
Yeah, currently your only sanctuaries are going to be the Woodsman Town and of course, your own home. But this is a short one, so I'm not going to let you go back to your homes for those who are not native.
Be right back. Go to Gondor.
It's gonna hop on an eagle to breathe.
You only get the one fellowship action. It's a short one. You're not wintering or anything.
Got to catch the
we'll probably
415.
have 2 missions for the first year, although we might settle on 1 for other ones. This isn't exactly a very long mission.
Catch the 415 eagle to Gondor.
Nice.
So we can think about our fellowship phase for next time.
Yep. Just remember again, this is fairly short. It's probably going to be a matter of a few weeks.
Okay.
Cool. Well, yeah, what I'd like to do is train my dog to attack on its own. I can do that during a fellowship phase.
Level up, figure out what you want to do for the fellowship phase, and we'll start with that for the next one. But,
Okay, so we did hit level 2?
Yep.
Nice.